Right, 24 hours after the match. I think I've calmed down, but I'm still broken. I'm still heartbroken. I'm still pissed. I don't know what to do with myself. I've been moping around all day after the game over football. Over football. Shouldn't be that deep, but it really, really is. But this video, I just want to talk about what next for United after that disaster class. And regardless of that disaster class, after this disaster class of a season, first and foremost, because right now, all I have is questions and zero answers. And that's the same with every other United fan, every other football fan as well, because they're confused as well. Never seen anything like this. A club run like this, a big club, historic club. But I want to, before I begin with this, like, subscribe, do all of that, and let's begin. And I want to start off with what's next for Ineos. What are they planning next? They've this is almost a year with Ineos in charge of the footballing side of Man United, and I'll be honest, it's a complete failure. When this is the first year, supposed to be the building blocks, they haven't built shit. They built nothing. What did they do? Every decision they did all season has been wrong. Wrong decision. Calamity. The cuts they've taken out the life and soul of this football club. And then that Dan Ashworth situation, firing him because after he suggested Southgate, which was mad in itself. Why did you hire him when if he's a schmuck? The Ten Hag decision, that was the first thing they made. The first decisions, it wasn't even, they were only in charge for like 5 minutes and they already made a mistake. They decided to keep Ten Hag and wasted so much of the season, wasted vital parts of the season, and lost us so many points. If it wasn't for that, we probably would have been over 40 points. We haven't even reached 40 points. We can't even get over the 40-point line. The budget cuts, the job cuts, all that for nothing. And all they can do is walk around like little pansies in their suits, like 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 they're king of the world, like they've achieved something, trying to sell us with this big word jargon. What was it called? The Project 2028, best in class, all of this nonsense. Yo, it's all bullshit. All bullshit. You have to remember this. They're businessmen, especially Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Not after, I'm not even calling him sir. It's only one sir. Two sirs, actually. Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Mo Farah. That's it. I ain't calling him a sir. The fuck? But Jim Ratcliffe, businessman. This guy, he will say all this sales jargon because he's here to sell. He doesn't even know himself if he's gonna do well, but he has to sell it to you. And he sold it to us well, sold us dreams. And it's almost been a year now, and this is gonna be their first transfer window in charge. Because they're not going anywhere. I want them to go, but they're not going anywhere. They're gonna be here in the long haul. So that's why I'm asking, what's next with Ineos? And what's next is, what are they gonna do in that transfer window? And that's the next thing I'm gonna get onto. Transfer windows. What is next for the transfer windows? What is the game plan? They have to be creative because we don't have Champions League. We don't have that leverage of Champions League to attract more players, to attract better players. We have to be creative. And the first thing we have to do, the most obvious thing, and it's involving Saudi, it's involving Al Hilal, and you know what I'm talking about. 100 million slapped on the table for us from Al Hilal for Bruno Fernandes. And it's not after that performance, honestly. he's been performing well last couple of months. So that performance that last night was disgusting. But regardless of that performance, he needs to we need to actually accept the offer. Try and negotiate at 100 mil. I'm not too happy with it. I think 125, 120. We need to ship him off. Get that money. So it actually gives us some relief. We can actually do something in this window. Because bear in mind, Bruno is one player. It's just a midfielder. We've got plenty of midfielders. Even though we want to ship them off, he's replaceable. No one's irreplaceable. And the next thing is, the other thing we need to do that's creative. Free agents. The one player we need to get, regardless if we get Gyökeres or Osimhen, which is now out of the window. We are not getting them. Honestly speaking, I'll be so surprised. But even if we do or don't, we need to sign Jonathan David. I don't know why people are not going for him. The guy is on a free transfer, and he did well. He did well for Lille. And there's a track record of French players coming over the Premier League and doing well because they're just as physical. We need to sign him. Whether he'll be a star or not, sign him. Because honestly speaking, I think we're getting Liam Delap, even though he wants the Champions League team. I think we can still convince him somehow, some way, with whatever non-existent project we got. But I'll be so pissed if we don't get Jonathan David. It's an open goal. And just to add to that, we need to sign someone like Rayan Cherki as well. There's cheap players on there that are good. But I don't know if we're going to go for them. I just have no faith in Ineos. The other thing is, get rid of the dead weight. We have to. I don't care if we're skin and bones. I'm so sick and tired of keeping so much dead weight. I'd rather suck it up and become skin and bones in this team. Especially Luke Shaw. Can't believe he started that game. Same thing Southgate did. It's just happened again. But we need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of guys like Casemiro, Mount. They eating up so much wages. We're gonna make a loss, but we have to suck it up. We have to firm it. We need to free up wages, especially Luke Shaw. And then that reminds me of something else. We need left backs as well. We've got a couple left backs. We've got Amas, we got Diego Leon, but we need and Dorgu. Dorgu I'm not happy with, but I can see the talent there and he needs to develop. But we can't put him on loan because we signed him for 30 million. So he has to stay. The other two, Amas and Diego Leon, who's coming from Uruguay, I think. Send them both on loan. Amas I really like. Diego Leon looks really good, strong kid. But especially Diego Leon, I do not want him coming into this messy environment, this clusterfuck that's going on in this football club. Keep him away. Have him at pre-seasons. See what United's all about. Whatever's left of United, then send him out on loan in the Championship. Let him play. Let him play men's football in the Championship, away from United, away from Manchester, away from anything to do with United. And hopefully he develops. And the same goes for Harry Amas. These guys, they're young. Amas has barely played for the team. Diego Leon hasn't even set foot in Manchester. Protect them. Protect them with all that's holy. And then we just have to get an experienced left back. Someone who's like 25, 26, 27 on the cheap. Someone like Anthony Robinson. I don't know how much he costs, but hopefully he's not too expensive. And then someone that we can sell off in 2 seasons' time in the hopes that some players like Amas and Diego Leon develop and Dorgu develops as well, and they can take over. And the fact that we got the advantage that Dorgu is versatile, he can play on the right side as well, so fair enough. The next thing I want to get onto is what's next for Ruben Amorim. Ineos have revealed that they want him to stay, according to Fabrizio. To be honest, I try to think about what's next. What can he do next? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think he's cut out for this job, and not because he's not good at the tactics, not good at man managing, whatever. I think it's just too big of a mountain to climb. I think he's suited for teams that are higher up, that are already pre-built or almost there, but that need that extra push. But with a team like this, that's too much of a hefty job. It's why Unai Emery suffered at Arsenal, but is doing well at Aston Villa. Got a good structure at the football club. Amorim doesn't. But all I can say is he just needs to be a bit more flexible, especially from last night. And when I mean flexible, I don't mean change the whole tactics and abandon your ways like Ten Hag did after 4 games. Be flexible and judge how the game's going and your teams and your opponents, and play against the weaknesses. But he didn't do that against Ange. Ange, who's a stubborn guy himself, even adjusted and went for the low block and finished us. The other thing is make better subs. 70 minutes, didn't make a sub after 70 minutes. Put Mainu in after 3 minutes when he has a history of scoring late winners. It's the little stuff. It's not even big things. It's the little stuff that he needs to get better at. Those little things make a big difference. It's the difference between 3 points and 0 points. Not even a draw, because we're not even drawing like that. We're just winning or losing. We're mostly losing. And it's those little decisions or lack thereof, like making substitutions so late. He should have made the substitutions at the 50th minute, 5 minutes after the first half, because everyone saw it that it was never going to improve. That's all I have to say with Amorim. But yeah, that's what I have to say about what's next for United. But honestly speaking, I've said all of that. I really don't have a clue. I'm confused. I don't know where to go about this. But we'll see. But anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.